Hello my friends and welcome back to a new book haul video. I actually thought that I did not buy too many books over the last 3 months, but I think I was wrong because somehow there is a pile next to me that consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books. I have no idea how this happened, but let's go through these and let's see what I have here. The first book I have here is The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini, and although it's not been published that long ago, I think it was in the early 2000s, it's already considered like a modern classic. So I'm very excited for this story. I know it has moved a lot of people and I feel like it's popping up at bookstores more often again. So I feel like it is having another wave of popularity. So about time that I joined this wave. The story takes place in Afghanistan at around the time when the war was starting there, I think, but also in, well, at least that's where the story starts. I don't know where it takes us afterwards, but we're in Afghanistan in the beginning and we follow the friendship of two boys who could not be more unlike each other, because one of them is the son of a very wealthy guy and the other one is the son of the wealthy guy's servant. I think I said that more complicated than it needed to be, but basically we have two boys that are friends and they're from very different parts in society. But we, I guess, follow their friendship and see what the war does to them, see how their friendship develops, if they stay friends or if not. And yeah, I cannot wait. I think it's a very emotional story and glad to have this on my TBR. The next novel I have here is My Sister the Serial Killer by Oyinkan Braithwaite. I'm not sure if I said that right, I apologize. But yeah, this story, oh my goodness, it sounds insane. It's about two sisters and yeah, one of the sisters, her name is Ayola. She is like the popular one, the favorite child, beautiful, but also she is kind of a psychopath. And her boyfriends keep ending up dead, being dead. So you can kind of, tell that she's probably responsible. And it's her sister Karidi who is helping her cover up crimes and who's kind of protecting her sister. But at some point, Karidi falls in love with a gentleman who works at the hospital with her, and she finally is interested in somebody, but her hopes are crushed when this guy is asking her for her sister's number. Yes, the sister, the serial killer. So, she has to make a decision. Is she still going to protect her sister or what is she going to do? And I cannot wait to read this book. I mean, that story just sounds mind-blowing and I cannot wait. Next up, I have another modern classic. It's The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead. So many of you probably know it. It's about slavery and we follow what is her name? Cora, who is a slave on a plantation in Georgia, and we follow her around. She has a very tough time. Not only is she obviously abused as a slave, but also she doesn't really belong to the community of other slaves there. She's kind of an outsider, and her life changes fundamentally when she decides to flee the plantation and try to find a better life somewhere else. So she is crossing through different states, seeing different worlds, different places, the people there. Of course, there are dramatic things happening along the way and she's being chased and all this stuff. And yeah, a dramatic story. I have read, where is it? Yonder just recently, and this was my very first book on that time period on slavery, and so I think I have a lot of catching up to do. I love this a lot. So The Underground Railroad will be the next historical fiction I'm going to read that's taking place around that time period, and I expect to be moved just as much as Yonder moved me, if not even more. Now, those of you that have been around for a while will know it. I love a good mystery. I love Agatha Christie, and so of course I have some Agatha Christie on my pile here. And actually I have two novels or mystery stories. One of them is The Body in the Library and the other one is Midsummer Mysteries. The body in the library is a Miss Marple story. So Miss Marple is our detective here, and yeah, the basic storyline is that a family wakes up one morning and they find in their library the dead body of a young woman who is very, elegantly dressed, wears a gown and a lot of makeup, but nobody knows her. So the question is, how did she get here? What on earth happened? Why do we have a body in our library? So Miss Marple. And then this one is just a collection of a bunch of short stories that all have something to do with summer. And I'm sure I'll read this before the summer is over. I think it involves Miss Marple, it involves Hercule Poirot and many others. So I just love the short story collections because you get a little bit of everything. So cannot wait for this one. And by the way, I love the design of this book. I love the colors. Very excited for this one. So this one you will see very soon, I can promise. Let's see, what else? All right, this one, I honestly don't really know what to expect. It's Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov. And I know it's considered a modern classic also. I also know it's a very highly controversial book. So a lot of people have talked about it and its contents. I know it's talking about topics that are like taboo topics and as I said, highly controversial. So I have no idea really how I will react to it, if I will like it or not. But in a sense, it's about a guy who is a professor and like middle-aged, and he is in love or interested in a teenager, a younger girl. So I imagine that pedophilia plays a role, that this forbidden love, and as I said, I have no idea what to expect. I have no idea if I will like this or not, but if a book is controversial, I have to know what it's about and what all this talk is about. And I'll soon find out. We'll see when I read it. I'll definitely let you know. All right, second to last, I'm actually surprised that this pile feels like it went by quickly, so maybe I didn't go so crazy with my books. That's the good news here. But second to last is The Girl Who Played with Fire by Stieg Larsson. It's the sequel to The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Where do I have it? Okay, it's lost. It's hidden somewhere, I'm not sure. But it's the sequel to The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. So it's like a crime novel, mystery in a way, detective story, thriller. It's a combination of all of those. And I love The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I was drawn in by the characters, Michael Blomkvist and Lisbeth Salander, especially Lisbeth Salander. She's like a badass. She is such a cool character and you never see her next move coming. So I had to get the next book in the sequel and I'm so excited. In this one, our character, Michael Blomkvist, who is a journalist, is, I think, publishing a story about sex trafficking, and like the day before publication, 2 people turn up dead. And the murder weapon that was used to kill these people has the fingerprints of his colleague and friend, Lisbeth Salander, on it. So, he feels like, we don't know, did she really do it? Because Lisbeth is the kind of person who, under the right circumstances, wouldn't, probably hesitate from killing somebody. But also she's a good person and, I don't know, did she really do it? Maybe she's being framed. Those are a lot of questions and I expect they will all be answered in this book. And we'll see when I get to it. Cannot wait. And then last but not least, we have another TJ Klune book I just completed, Under the Whispering Door, last month. So now I can officially show you In the Lives of Puppets, a book that was just recently published by him. And it's another fantasy, and I don't really know how to describe it because it sounds so crazy again, but crazy in a good way. So the main characters in the story are a family of robots and humans. So yes, you hear correctly, there's a family that are mostly robots but also a human, and they live together and are a happy family. And then something happens that one of the family members gets captured and is brought to another place for decommissioning, which is essentially in robot language equal to death in a human. And so the family sets out to rescue their family member. So yeah, it sounds crazy, but TJ Klune's novels always sound a little crazy, and I just love his imagination. So cannot wait to read In the Lives of Puppets. Also, it's like a beautiful book. Like, look at this here. It's, I guess that's one of the family members, a robot, but look at the design here on the cover. And yeah, I cannot wait either for this one. I cannot wait for any of these. And yeah, so that was it already. That went by quicker than I thought, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you know any of these books, which one I should read first. As I said, I think Agatha Christie Midsummer Mysteries is very high on my list because of the summer topic, but maybe let me know which one I should pick up after that. And then I hope I will see you soon, and as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and till next time, bye bye.